reinforces the main points the pupils have just learned. We will look at 2 plenary sessions in more detail in the second part of this video, which takes a closer look at 1 Key Stage 1 and 1 Key Stage 2 numeracy lesson.
Like this on your table. What's that one say? 40, well done.
Part 2 shows extracts from 2 well-structured lessons. Both lessons have a focused teaching activity and a plenary session.
Just go over those and see if we can...
At Rockwoodine Wood Infant School, Alison uses this lesson to introduce a new mental calculating strategy.
Right, what we're going to do this morning is talk about some maths all together. Okay? Just have a look at this for me. See if any of you can work it out. Put your hand up if you can work it out. Put your hand up when you've got the answer. Kyle?
13.
13, well done. How did you work it out?
I put 7 in my head and counting on 6, 1, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Well done. Why did you put 7 in your head and not 6?
Because 7's the hardest one to count on.
You think 7's better to put in your head, do you? Well done. That's a really good way to work it out, isn't it? What we're going to be doing today is looking at different ways to work things out and how that we can sometimes use doubles to work things out. What's double mean? What's double mean? Philip, what does double mean?
It means, like add, it means 2 times of the same number.
2 times of the same number. So here's some cubes, look. Count those for me, Ben, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is that a double then, Philip?
Yes.
So what double's that?
12 plus 6, and it equals 12.
It equals 12 because 6 and
6 equals 12.
equals 12. Well done. Let's see if you know any other doubles. What's 3 and 3? Danielle, what's 3 and 3? Good girl. What's 4 and 4? Emily, what's 2 and 2? Amy,
4.
well done. What's 5 and 5? Nicole, 10. Well done. What's 12 and 12, Ryan?
12 and 12 is 24.
24. Well done. Philip, can you just remind me what 6 and 6 was?
12.
12, well done. From working with these children previously, say they're adding 2 numbers together, maybe 3 and 9. What they're doing is putting the biggest number in their head and counting the 3 on. And what I hope to do now is introduce more calculating strategies so that eventually they'll be able to choose which strategy is best for which calculation. So the aim of my lesson is to introduce them to doubles, to doubling numbers, so that then at a later date they'll be able to look at a calculation and see if it's a double or see if it's a near double and see if they can use those calculating strategies. So here's 12. Does anybody know what's half of 12? Half of 12. Ryan?
6.
6? What does half mean then, Ryan?
It means you've got to cut it in half and then you've got to do the number below but in the middle.
Can anybody write half down for me? How do we write half? Where did I put the pen? Thank you, Hayley. Can you write half, Liam?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've got to do it very little, haven't you?
Well done. Can you just let everybody see that? How we've written the half? Just sit down for a minute.
Yep.
If I add 1 to here, I've got 12 and I'm now going to make 13.
No double, yes there is.
Can I cut it in half now?
Yes. No.
I can.
Yeah,
What can I do?
You could have done, because you could have chopped that in half and that would make 6 and a half and 6 and a half. Yeah.
So what's half of 13, Liam?
6.5.
So I've got to chop that cube in half.
Yeah.
Right, this is what we're going to do now. Going to divide up into small groups, and we're all going to work at our different tables. You'll need the shopping bag first. Each fortnight we plan a range of games, a range of exercises and puzzles and number investigations for our class, and we actually plan in ability groups. How can I make 2 by moving 1 dice? There'll be one group that has just started to learn their doubles, and they'll be playing a game called Double It, and it's really to revise their double facts so they can recall them instantly. There'll be another group who are going to play a game called Triple Dice, and they're for children who know their double facts, but what they need to do next is to look at a double fact with a different operation. Using 3 darts, what is the biggest number that can be made, and what's the smallest? Another group, they already know their doubles confidently, and they're going to be solving problems. Work your way through that. Work out what the biggest number can be made first and the smallest number, and then how we can make 70. Okay? Have a go.
What's the biggest number and the smallest? 5.
If I've got 3 darts,
Yeah.
what's the biggest possible total that I can make on this dartboard?
21. 21.
Which is the biggest number, Emily? 12, 13, 14 or 15? 15's the biggest number, isn't it? Is double 15 bigger than 15 or smaller than 15? It's going to be bigger, isn't it? Because we're adding the number on again. So if I only used 1 dart, Ryan, if I only had 1 dart, where would the biggest number be then?
Yeah, and if we had
15. You sure? Do you agree with that, Amy?
double 15.
Double 15. So where do I want my other 2 darts to be?
Double 15 and double 15.
Right. So what have we got to work out now? What the total is. What's double 15 and double 15 and double 15? There you are. I'll leave you with that while I go to the next group. As soon as the children come into school in reception, we try and increase their skills of independence. And it's important in the classroom that I can set them off on a task. They can work at it independently. While I'm questioning them, while I'm interacting, I can keep going back to them to take their thinking on. And Amy, can you just show us with your work here how you got to 90? Because you showed me really nicely how you added up to 90.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
So what Amy did was split the 15s into 10 and 5. She split each 15 into 10 and 5, didn't you, and then counted them all together. Right, what we're going to do now is just talk about some of the activities that we've been doing this morning. We're going to use our doubles again now all together. Let's ask Abby to do this one for me.
20.
20. What's 5 and 5, Abby?
10.
And 10 more makes?
20.
Right. Ryan, you were just doing something like this on your table. What's that one say?
20, 15, 40.
40. Well done, you did that quickly. How did you work that out?
15 and 15 is 30, add 10 is 40.
Add 10 is 40. Brilliant. Do you think it's important to know your doubles?
Yeah. Yes.
It is, isn't it? Why is it very important, Ryan?
Because you won't be able to add up that well. It'll take you quite a long time.
What's that one, Kyle?
6 and 7 is 13.
So what's 6 and 6?
12.
And one more makes?
13.
Now that's funny, isn't it? Because at the very beginning of this lesson, I asked Kyle to work that out, and he held 7 in his head and he counted on 6. But now you've got a different way to do it, haven't you? So when you're looking at sums that you've got to add, have a look if you can use your doubles. Can we just ask Ryan now to come and show us how he made 70? And he had to find a way that when he threw